let's have a party in my rec room.
And on the same album,
I won't date just any girl around. Don't you love those wild-eyed southern boys? Wild-eyed boys. Wild-eyed southern boys.
I have no patience. That's why I was never a doctor. You know, did you hear Obama comparing his health care to Apple products? Obamacare is like the iPad, of course. Just a few glitches. You're a regular Steve Jobs. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve Job killer. Yeah. This guy's delusional. Completely delusional. Comparing our federal government to Apple? But you can't. Yeah, yeah, they're just alike, Obama, except for a couple of minor details, like Apple products work and, well, people want them. Perspective time. Another glaring example of why government has no business in the private sector. The White House gift shop just went broke. Just filed bankruptcy. These guys in the White House have no idea how to run a business. A gift shop that was over $600,000 in the hole. $600,000 in the hole for a gift shop. I mean, we had a gift shop at our hotel back in Kentucky. And I'm telling you, a gift shop's only slightly more difficult to run than a lemonade stand. And welcome to Intellectual Froglegs. My buddy Alfonso Rachel's going to be out here in a bit. He's back in the green room, probably having like hors d'oeuvres and listening to some wicked cool tunage. You know, we need to change our national anthem to the Twilight Zone. Go ahead and get it over with. Are you seeing what's going on? I mean, if you're not scared for our children's future, either you're not paying attention or you're dumb as a fish hook. What's that saying about being doomed to repeat history? Well, we're voluntarily doing so. We're sitting here witnessing tyranny. We have a government full of corrupt politicians drunk on power that will not leave us alone. I mean, in every aspect of our life. I mean, we even have government regulations on how much water we can use to flush our own business. Normal freedom-loving Americans believe that if you don't agree with something, you don't engage in it. But see, these government freaks, these liberals believe that if they're against something, well, they can just pass a law to ban it. And they're going to make the choice for you.
This liberal will be all about socializing, will be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
But see, these guys and Obama, they don't have a clue what America is. You know, they are so full of politically manufactured hate. They hate everything that is good about America. They hate our exceptionalism. They hate our tradition. They hate capitalism. They hate Christians. Boy, they hate Christians. That's why they hate America. Because America's foundation is built squarely on the shoulders of Christianity. And again, that's why the very first freedom mentioned in the Bill of Rights is not the freedom of speech. It's the freedom of religion.
Here is a man asking the question, is this really the end of the world? Seagull, you must have known for a long time.
And there was no asterisk by it saying, oh, insert wall here. There is no wall. That wall of separation is left-wing nonsense. Go find it. Don't listen to me. Go find that. Find the wall. Smart ass. We'll get into, we'll get into that another time. But see, they don't get it. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your personal property. These are our God-given rights. They are not gifts from government. And we're losing them. We're losing them. But hey, you know why? Because people are scared. scariest thought in the world is the thought of losing everything. So, ironically, we get frozen with fear of losing everything, and we do nothing, and then we lose everything. So, and a lot of people don't even know a black person. So, Zoe, what gang are you in?
Number one, we can't depend on the liberal media to tell the news the way we expect them to tell them. They have the freedom, they have free speech too, man. They can say whatever they want. And if they got the microphone, they most certainly can say whatever they want. So instead of expecting them and depending on them to broadcast our point of view and so on and so forth, why don't we create our own? If you can't actually be creative, then support creativity. Start putting the money, instead of giving it to politicians, why not give the funds to people who know how to take it and run with it, and stop promoting politicians and start promoting conservatism?
What do you mean you don't agree with me? Do you know who you're dealing with?
So people get an idea of what it is and know who best represent it if we're going to elect them in the first place.
And see, that falls right in line with my argument that conservatives don't invest in media. I mean, it makes me crazy. They sit there, we complain about Facebook, we complain about YouTube, we complain about it, but well, give us an alternative. I mean, my focus is on ABC, CBS, NBC, and CNN. The broadcast news media has been welcomed into Americans' living rooms for decades. They are betraying the trust that took decades to grow. And a lot of people don't realize it as well. We know that they're hiding the truth. But so many millions of Americans don't.
And they're everywhere, man. It's, I've flown to different places in America, and every airport I've been into, man, it's always either CNN, it's usually CNN or MSNBC. I don't know if I've ever seen Fox. Maybe once, I think I've been to an airport terminal. In the airport, yeah.
Well, you got the TSA. It's probably a regulation. Oh, turn that Fox off. Damn it, can't have that fair balance.
That's right. That's right. Turn that Fox News off before I go get my glove.
Happiness is a warm gun. Happiness is a warm gun.
How are we supposed to follow a 20,000-page law?
I guess it's stacked up is taller than I am. I wonder if people are actually thinking about that. Whereas the government is going to make a company sell you something. They're making a company sell you something, and they're making a consumer buy it. How is that freedom? How is that liberty?
They're mandating commerce.
Yeah. And these are the people who say that they hate crony capitalism. Well, that's what this is. That is what this is.
Are turning this into East Berlin. Okay.
What'd you say, sir?
I said these guys are turning this territory into East Berlin.
contrary to popular belief, kindness is not a weakness, nor is it acquiescence. But kindness is the first step of a successful diplomat on any path to victory. And that's what we all are here. You know, we're starting to see folks now who've traditionally voted Democrat, who voted for Obama. And I'm not talking about these radical lefties, but these other guys that for the first time are beginning to pay attention to our message of lost liberties and freedoms. And they're listening not because we've been so convincing or so compelling. They're listening because our message is accompanied by real-life interactive visuals like paychecks and groceries and jobs. And this is where Ayn Rand's quote just absolutely decimates liberalism. When she says, you can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. True that.
When our hope is lost and it seems like the end, salvation is near with the stretch of your hand. I thought I would break, but I'm still standing. Showdown in the dust, I'll do what I must, I'm still standing. I hear the spitfire coming down to the wire, I'm still standing. Though darkness may fall and evil descend, I hold my ground with all the strength that I have. Thought I was had, but I'm still standing.
Go Joe Dan.
Crow is not at all a tasty dish. Nobody likes to be wrong. You don't like to be wrong. I know I don't like to be wrong. So keep that in mind when you're trying to educate these people. This ain't about winning an argument or a debate. It's about saving our country. So here we are as hosts of this awesome message of freedom. We're going to have to treat these lost Democrat souls with some respect and patience, whether they deserve it or not, because we need them. And they need us. They're just too dumb to know it. Well, but seriously, some of them will be tough to wean off the unicorn's teeth. You know, a lifetime of believing in unicorns is not immediately purged from somebody's system. We get them some unicorn patches.
The best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Your love gives me such a thrill, but your love won't pay my bills. I want money.
You know, there's been so many times where I'm trying to have an even-keeled or civil discussion with a now wavering Democrat voter on my Facebook page or somewhere, but the behavior of some of the so-called conservatives, aka people that are supposed to be on my side, was embarrassing, and at times as vile as any liberals I've ever heard. You guys aren't helping. Be cool. You don't need to be rude. I mean, sadly, the left does not have the market cornered on ill-mannered jackasses.
Hold on to your towels, boys. Mama's coming home tonight.
Michael W. Stan from the Altar Buildings. And you are listening to Intellectual Froglegs.
Republicans are worthless. You cannot name one conservative achievement over the past 15, 20 years. I mean, seriously. So why are we surprised? Why are we disappointed? That's what they do. They cave. But what most people don't understand is that Congress did not increase the debt limit. They suspended it. They sent it home. Go on, debt limit. So let's summarize here. We have a government that has no budget, and the politicians just gave themselves unlimited credit cards. There's so many backroom deals and golf course shenanigans going on. I mean, I wonder if Boehner lets Obama win on the golf course too. Probably so. He might as well. Probably also hits him with a little reach around. Hey.
A little less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me. A little more fight, a little less fight, a little less fight, a little more spark. Close your mouth and open up your heart and maybe satisfy me. Satisfy me, baby.
Mark Levin says this all the time, and he's right. The federal government is not going to fix itself. It is too broken. You got too many greedy parasites attached to it. The only thing that can stop this out of control federal train wreck is the states. The states have the constitutional right to stand up and say enough. In fact, it's not just their right, it's their damn duty. But all is not dark, my little fuzzy-headed tadpoles. Remember the old saying, be careful what you wish for? Well, Obama and Harry Reid and their Republican girlfriends, you know, they were hell-bent on ramming this Obamacare mandate down the throats of the American citizens. Well, they got what they want, but what that means, the silver lining here, is that the American voters are going to have a year to live with this Obamacare monster before the next election. You know, because some people just will not believe that that burner's hot until they touch it.
Here's the news, coming to you every hour upon the hour. The weather's fine, but there may be a meteor shower. Here is the news, a cure's being found for good old rocket life. Someone left their life behind in a plastic bag.
Discussion?
Madam President?
Yes.
I move to add the emergency clause.
Second, adding the emergency clause.
And discussion? Mayor, would you like to speak regarding that?
That's a first.
What was your question? The agreement for architectural daylighting.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Now, if any of you guys sent in a picture of yourself wearing some Frogleg gear and it didn't get posted, send it in again. It could have slipped through the crack or something. And speaking of Frogleg gear, we got some new stuff in. We got some long sleeves so you don't freeze your tadpoles off. Please stop by the website at intellectualfroglegs.com. Subscribe to the show alerts. And thank you for the kind donations. They're crucial. Intellectual Froglegs is 100% viewer funded. So my allegiance is to you guys. Please share the show with your friends. Use force if necessary. And keep those ill-mannered and misspelled insults coming, you liberal fruit bats. God bless.
Mangy old scorpion, you might have got us both killed.